Welcome back into Queen City News Now. It's been 4 weeks since Helene devastated dozens of communities in western North Carolina, and there's still a long road to recovery. Hundreds of organizations, whether they be nonprofits or state agencies, are still hard at work rebuilding our mountain neighborhoods. And thankfully, we've been dry and calm for much of the recovery efforts. But now October sits as the third driest October on record. Now the question becomes, what challenge or obstacles could the dry and windy weather bring to some of those hardest hit areas? Joining us now to discuss some of those efforts, Philip Jackson with North Carolina Forest Service. Good morning to you, Philip. And first question is, hey, how you guys doing?
We're doing well, Ted. Thank you for having me. We're kind of playing a double-edged sword here. We're doing hurricane recovery, helping folks in that area, but we're also gearing up for fall. As you alluded to, as those dry conditions persist, we're going to start seeing an uptick in wildfire activity.
Yeah, absolutely, which is why we're thankful that you've taken the time to be on. And we know with those recovery efforts, connection could be spotty a little bit. So thank you for joining us, even with the spotty connection. We mentioned 4 weeks since Helene's impacts, and obviously North Carolina Forest Service has been boots on the ground since the start. How has those recovery efforts matured from then until now?
Yeah, so the North Carolina Forest Service has been assisting with ongoing hurricane relief efforts pretty much since the start of this. Once we got word that this storm was going to happen, it was going to hit, we began assembling sawyer crews, chainsaw crews to help clear debris and reopen roads and public lands. We've sent personnel out there, Western North Carolina, to help build temporary road and footbridges, providing residents with access to and from their homes where roads have been washed away. And specifically to Buncombe County, we have water tenders, otherwise known as water tankers, have and still are providing non-potable water for residents so they can flush their toilets. We've also got heavy equipment and aviation resources that have helped deliver supplies and resources as needed. So the North Carolina Forest Service is an all-hazard emergency response agency, while we primarily address wildfire as the lead agency for wildfire response. Our training and equipment and resources that we have do help make us an asset during hurricane response as well.
Yeah, and we thankfully have had Mother Nature cooperating in those efforts. But outside of those dry conditions, what challenges have you guys been facing in those recovery efforts?
Yeah, so obviously roads that have been piled up with that debris, and a lot of times right now, the way folks, the only way they can get rid of some of that debris is to burn it. And so it might seem crazy to some folks that we were talking hurricane over the last 4 weeks and now we're talking wildfire, but because of how dry it's been, it's now day 28, I believe, in the mountains since the storm itself, and since there's been any significant rainfall. And so the conditions are drying out quickly, and we're beginning to shift. We still have personnel engaged with recovery efforts, but we're also beginning to send folks kind of in a staging phase to Western North Carolina to prepare for the initial attack, what we refer to as IA, as we do anticipate new fire starts and an increase in wildfire activity.
Yeah, and that's the perfect segue into what I want to show here. A couple of numbers in terms of the totals we saw from Helene, up to 30 inches, 24 inches of rain. Again, this was, as you mentioned, just over 28 days ago, 4 weeks ago, we saw the significant rainfall. And when it comes to here in Charlotte at the airport, the last measured rainfall wasn't since October 2nd. So we're very dry now, and we're heading into what you'd call the wildfire season. So I'd love for you to touch on now the threat that these dry, windy conditions for the month of October, being the third driest on record so far, could now pose to some of those folks in Western North Carolina still working to recover and clear some of that debris.
Right. So we have a fall wildfire season every year that runs mid-October through early December. October and November are typically drier. So this isn't fully uncommon, but when you mix in the storm debris that's been piled up significantly in Western North Carolina, you have a lot of fresh, dead fuel lying around, basically waiting for an ignition source. And so folks, they're allowed to burn. And right now, burning it might be the only means to dispose of that debris. So we are encouraging folks that if they need to burn something, to go ahead and do it now. Right now, especially here in the Piedmont, things are still pretty green, and so, but that window's closing, and those days are becoming fewer and farther between. As the leaves begin to change color and continue to change color over the next month, and they're going to start falling off the trees and piling up. You're going to have all that fresh fuel, that dry fuel, accompanied with the storm debris from Hurricane Helene. And at that point, you're really just an ignition source away from having a real problem. So we're encouraging folks that we understand their need to burn. And if they're going to burn it, they need to do it now, but they need to do it safely, and they need to stay with that fire, never leave it unattended, and stay with it until it's completely out. And when we say completely out, what we mean is cold to the touch. If it's still sizzling, if it's still smoldering, popping, and cracking, there's heat in there. And as long as there's a heat source, there's fire potential. So when we say stay with your fire till it's completely out, we mean until it's cold and dead.
Yeah, absolutely. Great tips there for folks to heed that warning. And of course, earlier this month, waiving the requirements for an open burn permit for those 21 counties. But again, practice those proper precautions out there. North Carolina Forest Service Public Information Officer Philip Jackson, thank you for being on this morning. We appreciate everything that you're doing.